Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bull Central. We got a brand new video game review for you today. This is a game called Exoprimal. It's the new multiplayer PvEVP player versus environment versus player multiplayer game from Capcom. I played this on the Xbox Series X. It's also available on PlayStation. It's also available on PC. Lots of ways to play this one. And let me give you the basic headline for this guy. The basic headline for this game is that so many people on the internet have not played enough of this game to unlock all the variety there is of multiplayer fun to be had. So you could be very easily forgiven for even putting about 5 hours into this game and thinking it's the same thing. It's just generic dinosaur hunting, and then we have to guard a box as it moves through the streets while the enemy team tries to blow up our box. You'd be forgiven for thinking it's a poor attempt at recapturing other types of games in the genre, like Overwatch, or the whole dinosaur thing, like Evolve. But you'd be making a mistake, in my opinion, because there's more to this game than that. And basically, what's so glorious about it, and I'm not going to oversell it because it's not the most amazing multiplayer game I've ever played. It just isn't. But it is fun. It's a lot of fun. So the basic cool thing about it is that it's actually got a story. This is the first really well-executed attempt I have ever seen at integrating a multiplayer hero-type game into a fully functioning story. Now, you could argue that the story is a little ridiculous, because it is, and that's fair. But it's well done to the point where you still care about the next development that happens in between your awesome shooting and slicing and healing and whatever you do. So, for those not familiar with what a hero multiplayer type action game is, it's class-based. Okay, so in this game you've got assault characters, exosuits they're called. You've got support, and you've got tanks, and you need a mixture of all three on a 5-player team against another 5-player team. The thing that's innovative about this game, it's not that innovative, but what makes it different is the dinosaurs, okay? So as you can see, there's tons and tons of cool varieties of dinosaurs coming at you, popping through these interesting rifts that appear just kind of above your head for no particular reason. Even coming from the enemy team, you can pick up a power-up that lets you be a giant predator dinosaur, which is kind of cool. So, what's really engaging about it, other than the fact that it's just fun, is that there's other levels of strategy that you might not have predicted. Even apart from simply just having a class and playing it to perfection, or as well as you can, because of the dinosaurs. Because, yeah, you've got to fight the other team occasionally, but you've also got to take on a Triceratops running loose every once in a while. And how do you balance the two? And how do you say your support? Okay, so I like to play healers in these games. Oh, side note, there are loot boxes. This is an example of a loot box. There is a battle pass which gives you nothing if you don't pay the full amount, and this is an already $60 game unless you're playing on Game Pass, which is what I did. And there is also lots of cosmetics to buy. So don't think you're going to get away from all that nonsense that gamers are really been complaining about for a few years now, because it's here. They want more money out of you, but what they provide is a fun experience. I will say that. Like, these matches, especially once the diversity starts to kick in, and it does. You've got to give it a little time, but the diversity is there. Maybe you could make the argument that if they just released a suite of awesome multiplayer arena subtypes and more classes for your exosuits and stuff, and they just released it so that you can just get the whole thing all at once, then maybe that's what they should have done. But they really wanted to go the route of story. This story is ridiculous. So, briefly, what it is that these holes are, these rifts in space are opening up and dinosaurs are falling out. And on top of that, a rogue AI is capturing warriors from all over the multiverse, basically, and from all over time, and putting them together to fight in war games, which basically has nothing to do with the other thing that's really happening with the dinosaurs, where people are probably dying in cities all over the place, right? But, once you get past all that, I think it's cool. I think it's cool getting a little beat, little hit of the of the story, and then going in and playing some more multiplayer stuff. And in case you're wondering, the ratio of PvP to PvE is mostly centered on PvE, and you see the ghosts. The little ghost images of the enemy team, and they tell you you're going too slow, or they're doing worse than you, or you're doing better. So, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like this is a game that's not getting enough credit for being as cool as it kind of is. And again, it's like, what are you gonna do in a year that like Starfield is coming out? What are you gonna do in a year that like Spider-Man 2 is coming out on the PlayStation? Final Fantasy 16 just came out, for crying out loud. Diablo 4 is just heading into its first major expansion. Well, first season, I should say. So, yeah, like, it's not going to get the same amount of press, and it is a bit of a slow starter. I'm going to say that it's ahead of its time a little bit. Just because it is the first thing like this where the story is so integral to the full-on experience that you can't really separate them, or it would be a totally different product. And yeah, maybe you could argue that maybe it should just be a different product. But it's still a lot of fun, okay? It's still joy to be had on all rounds. Like I said, I like to be a healer. I like to keep my people fit for duty. So yeah, I'm going to give Exoprimal here. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. That's acknowledging the fact that, well, for instance, the classes. I didn't really get into this, but the different exosuits are not quite balanced how I would like them to be. Some are far more effective than others, and acknowledging that it does borrow from other games like Overwatch for a lot of its design sense and stuff. But 7 out of 10. It's a good game. I think you should check it out. I think you won't be disappointed. Hey, do me a favor, after you're done checking out Exoprimal, before you're done, before you check out the game, check out this. This is my new music album thingy with music and songs. It's available on streaming platforms all over the globe. It's called Audiophile II. It's also available here on my YouTube channel for absolutely free. I don't know if that makes a difference if you have to stream it on Spotify or iTunes or whatever, but anyway, go to my channel page, check it out, like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all sorts of things. It's exhausting sometimes, it really is.